Good morning, my sponge cake angels. How is everyone? It's Nick. It's day 3318. And if you know anything about the stream, you know what we're doing today. That's right, Game Jam games. I guess I should hold on. We'll go over here. We'll post in the not Ludum Dare Discord again, although clearly that's not pulling a ton of traction. All right. Yeah, we're doing games from Ludum Dare and or Radial Jam, Radial Menu Jam today. So, if you're here from either and you have a game in the jam and you want us to play it, now is a fantastic time to bang submit into the queue. It looks like we're probably going to play, I'll say probably nothing. We're certainly going to play Pagorli's game here first and foremost. I've also been neglecting it, but it was almost a week ago that Bad Piggy put their Ludum Dare game into our work orders channel, and I have yet to play that, so that's in like a ghost queue I've got. Oh yeah, I think I saw that in my itch feed, Brainoid, that you made a Radial Menu Jam game. If you want to put that in the list, we can do that next. Nick doesn't like idlers. Yeah, that's true. But, you know, Nick doesn't like a lot. I'll still play it. I'll still try and give it a sincere amount of feedback. Speaking of, I scrubbed over your localization stuff the other day, and by and large, it all looks great. I don't know what I would say or add, which is the only reason I haven't commented, is because I looked through everything and I was like, there was like one thing that I thought maybe could change, that would have come across as very nitpicky, and I don't feel like I've played enough of the game to even step into that space. But, you know, of course, that's on the list to play more Replicat. It's very encouraging what you said about, like, it relies less on the memory game aspect as you go, because that was my pinch point, was after, like, 10 minutes of playing it, I was just like, but I don't like memory match. Yeah, the only one I saw that stood out to me was, like Essence of Chaos, I think it was, where it says, this will randomly give you an effect such as, and then a whole table of like the effects and their percentages, which is maybe almost too much information. I was like, could it stop at just gives a random effect? Do we need to know the like the table of it? But that's not even like a localization issue. That's just like a larger design sensibility issue. And the argument could easily be made either direction, for or against. And without being further informed by actually playing the game and how valuable that sort of information would be, I didn't feel it made sense to critique it one way or another. They don't know what auto goes means. Yeah. So that's something that I mentioned. I don't remember what roguelike game we were playing, but there have been a few recently that do a very good job of this, is that every time any tooltip contains a keyword that means something, that keyword is included. It kind of like will look like this. You've probably seen it. I don't know what I've seen it in, but it'll look like, you know, here's the tooltip, and it's like thing does X and Y. And then they have these like things over here that are like X, that's what this is, and Y, that's what this is. and like explains whatever those things are every time they happen to pop up in the larger tooltip. You know, add stacks of berserk, and then it's like berserk is mathematically this thing. And I think it's good. I think there's, you know, more information is rarely bad. It is very easy to make it seem daunting, like you get a wall of info, but if you can parse it out in a more digestible way, it doesn't solve the problem 100%. But I have some, yeah, it doesn't. But like, this seems like something that I don't know who did it first, but after they did it, a bunch of other games followed suit and started like adding keywords as like sub tooltips to things. And I do like that. I do, you know, a lot of the times it's like add stacks of berserk, and I'm like, what even fucking is that? Okay, berserk is attack speed and like HP regen or something. Yeah, Slay the Spire. Yeah. That's definitely one that does it. All right, who wants to play video games? We're playing, what is this called? Contrast Us Online. Contrast Us? Contrast US. Contrast Us. Data packaging has commenced. Below are the current employee and faction rankings. If you're employed by Contrast Us. Okay. View the how to package data selection and get to work on those work orders. Employees are being monitored during the packaging process to ensure maximum idle times. The data packaging process is simple. Employees must wait for work orders to be sent to your terminals. Upon receipt, employees will be given the opportunity to complete a light or dark work order. It is fully up to the employee to choose which work order to complete. Be aware that completing a work order will alter your faction, light or dark. The more time spent at your terminal greatly alters the outcome of the employee rankings. Check back here often to see the latest employee and faction rankings. All right. I hate, yeah, actually. It's funny, it's not the font's shape specifically that makes it hard to read to me. It's the fact that they're hollow. Like, there's something about that that is making it, like, particularly hard to parse. Your Audi enjoys radial menus. Yeah. I haven't watched Severance either, but I guess I could see how they could relate that to this. It's also very fun-basy. It's like, hello, employee. Congratulations on having an opportunity to do drudgery. Aren't you excited? Is this an actual domain that has stuff? Oh my goodness. Atagon's in second place with 43. What? Oh, overall 568. Because of idle time? Dark has completed way more work orders. Oh, good. I had already settled in on the idea that I was going to go light side. And this just reinforces that now that they're the underdog. Dark has a bot. All right, well, call me John Henry. Here we go. Wait, why is it not? There we go. Is this, can I do this, the gamepad? No? All right. This seems like sneaky radial menu. It's like technically a radial menu in that it is radially shaped. How many characters do I get? Nice. It's a perfect radio menu. Oh, we're going. No. No. None of neither of those. Work. Do work, please. What am I... What? Back. Excuse me? Okay, there we go. Start work. Are we going? There we go. GHCD. GHCD. Oh, you only get one every so often? Fuck. That makes it suck. That's like designed for bots that they can just sit here all day and be patient. Whereas, like, if you're a human being, you would at least maybe be able to just, like, punch through a shit-ass ton of work orders. Guffaw. It's a psychological game. Okay. Guess that's one way to position it. I mean, there certainly is something to be said for the evolution of a player base being defined by the core gameplay mechanics, and sometimes that's visceral shit, and sometimes that's literally just putting in the time. It's incredibly discouraging to know that I can't really possibly do this faster than the robot. You know, I mean, I guess if you could do as many as you wanted, the robot could still definitely go faster than me. Yeah, it's very, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to say. This is something that I feel like if I had something to say, I'm not going to have something to say about it for like a month. Where it's like, you know, for the first 2 weeks, I actually kind of hated playing Contrast Us online. But now that I've sunk so much cost into it, I can say it's taught me a lot about who I am as a person and what I feel like is important in life. Yeah, they've got like triple our work orders. I feel like Light doesn't stand a chance. The other thing I'm curious about that I have misgivings about is that it doesn't seem like there is much in the way of opportunity for dopamine on this. Like, you get a little bit filling it out or whatever, but like, is there some sort of incremental something that would incentivize me to be interested in going farther or going harder? What if this was country based? Yeah, I'm sure you would see a ton of people like Atagon who would strategize towards getting as much effect with as little effort as possible. Yeah, even if there was like an artificial thing that's like, here's the global score, but also here's your work order score, and you are currently X among your faction, like internally, whether we're winning or losing, like how much am I winning? Like, I might be losing, but at least I'm like the person giving the most effort on my team or something. Or like you have idled enough to be level blank, you know? I don't know. It's tough to criticize it in that way because I think that the other side of things, where it is an actual interactive global leaderboard set up with its own website and everything, is extremely fucking cool. And there are only a few developers I've met in the Jamosphere that regularly or even some of the time do that side of things. And it is so unbelievably powerful. Like, you marry this kind of like pseudo multiplayer interactivity with a game that is even remotely compelling, and suddenly you've got something that is like taking the world by storm. I guess I like that the work orders don't really have a much time pressure on them. It really is just kind of fill it in. I think for people like Ryan who play like RuneScape and stuff, where it's like, oh, I just have it on my side screen, and every 90 seconds I have to click 4 buttons and then I go back to whatever I was doing. Would absolutely love a thing like this, especially on like a much longer time scale. I do think that my feelings on the issue are that this menu, how hard was this to even do? Like, this version of a radial menu where it's like technically radial, and I assume it dynamically like resegments everything depending on how many buttons there are, and that was probably like an angles and quaternions kind of thing. There's a Godot plugin for the radial menu. I see. Because past that, I don't know. I guess I never really thought about it, but radial menus are so intrinsically a gamepad thing. Like, to me, having this, yes, technically radial menu, but I'm clicking on it with mouse, does not feel like a radial menu. It feels like a menu that presents the illusion of being radial. But I don't know how you would even implement like a radial menu. I guess maybe there are some games that do radial menu on mouse and keyboard where you would like hold a hotkey to open the radial menu, and then from whatever point on the screen your mouse happens to be, the direction radially that you move from it does the switching. Does that make sense? Like, this is like standard UI that happens to be in a circle, but I'm still just kind of like mousing over things. It doesn't feel super radial. And speaking of radians and circle math, it seems odd to me. I was thinking about radial menu, and for how many devs I've seen kind of like pulling their hair out about how annoying radial menus can be, that when we go through school, you do geometry, which is just kind of like shapes and angles in general, and then you do trigonometry, which is like just triangle math for an entire year. Is there a circleometry? Because it seems like there's enough root math behind radians and degrees that there could easily be a year of like high school low college level like circleometry. BD, yeah. Wrote this in 4 days. Backend game, web, database, web hosting, etc. I have plans to make the game more of a game, but you failed. Now I have this backend ready for the next jam, but I can make it better. Yeah. I mean, that's what I was saying. It's like the online multiplayer website, blah, 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 is like so much more of a triumph than anything I would say one way or another about the game. The game is almost like a gameplay substrate to provide fodder for the website and backend to ensure that it's working correctly. which is, you know, just fine for a jam thing. And that kind of online infrastructure is probably going to serve you really well in future endeavors where you can, you know, either solo or with like a larger dev team, make a game and then plug that game into what you have learned and understood how to implement. Hey, an actual word, chef. Trying to socially manipulate people to join factions and idle for points. I mean, even that in of itself is probably like an interesting study. Has anyone bit near as hard as Adagon? Seems like probably no. That they're like, oh, I'm going to create a bot swarm. I'm going to create an AI agent that's going to go do this in the background while I'm asleep. I guess for a little while, Light was like leading in a big way, right? I'm also curious what the point system setup is that's like idle time versus solving time and how much either is worth in terms of points. Yeah, it seems like idle time is like the real winner here. Yeah, I'm pretty much about to be done. Honestly, it's a nice like sort of low effort substrate for if I wanted to be sitting here doing like just chatting but technically doing something. Once every 30 seconds I just have to press 4 buttons. I'd collect, you know, minimum wage to do this. It's not a terrible job. One more. Has this not updated either? 174? 1 minute is 1 point. A work order is 5 points. So, yeah. I don't know. I would consider tuning that given the effort required for each one respectively. Make a work order worth like fucking 100 points so that if you've got a bunch of people sat down dedicatedly doing work orders, that they would outpace twice as many people just idling. FH. Yeah, it's fine. I don't know. Honestly, I had much more dread in my heart when you told me that you made a game that I would hate. I don't hate this at all. Oh, and I'm not allowed to rate it, I don't think, because I thought for sure you made like a Faudian game or like, I don't know. I think idle games, I don't hate idle games. I'm just very quickly bored by idle games. Kind of like tower defense. It's like, I don't like hate them. I just don't find them engaging, really. Whereas when it is, when it's Faudian games, those I do like actively hate, where I'm like, this is making me angry. I'm feeling bad. I don't sit down and play video games to feel angry or feel like my hands aren't working right, like I have some nerve damage or some shit. Get the mini game harder and harder, which give you more points, and if you lose, you restart and go back to getting the default points. Interesting. Yeah, I'd have to think about it. I think that that root system, especially with the online factionalization sort of thing, is really interesting, and that the gameplay should be simple. Something that literally anyone can that a 9-year-old kid could sit down and do successfully. And the way you design around that to like do increased gameplay, if it were like, it pops up 4 letters, you click those 4 letters, and then you can either click submit or click continue. And if you click continue, it starts the timer over, but a little bit less time on the timer, and you got to click 4 new buttons and then continue. so you can kind of like ratchet up and be like, I'm really good at reading and clicking, so I can like loop it like 15 times before I hit submit. Boredom, what's up? I know, it's insane, right? It's a lot. How are you? How is everyone? What were you doing today? We're sitting here talking about game design. Surprise. And yeah, if the timer runs out before you click submit, it would spoil your points. But if you click submit, then it like sends those points, those cached points, like into your faction. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure you have as many ideas as I do, just sitting here spitballing about what you could do to expand upon it. And I think that in the space of a jam, doing anything web-based multiplayer, blah, 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 is huge. So I think you should be happy with what you've got done here. Yeah. Just stack them on top of each other. I mean, that's really like a little bit, at least, what jams are about, right? That's what they've been about for me, is you make something really small, and you don't say like, hey, here's my new game, and it's super cool, and you should like it. You just have learned sort of one thing. And then the next time you do a jam, you say, hey, I'm using what I've learned from that, and I'm trying to incorporate a new idea. And you stack them one on top of another until you've got the pieces to start making really cool shit. All right, I think we're going to play Brainoid's game. After that, Boredom. I don't know if we've played your game yet, but you or anyone else who's here from Ludum Dare and or Radial Menu Jam, if you've got a game, you can bang submit it into the queue, and we'll choose from those at random as we get through the list that we've got. But first we're going to play Endanger games? What's a danger game? Helio wheel. This one's a scroller, so you use the mouse wheel. It's a sort option on LD games that just need 1 or 2 ratings to reach. Oh, right. Danger zone. I know what you're talking about. Okay, so instead of a clicker, this one is a scroller. Use your mouse wheel. Got it. To rotate my wheels. W and S to switch between wheels. Wheels have an indicator showing progress. When you complete the necessary amount of cycles, that wheel will take an action. The action may be producing resources, units, or maybe it shoots something. Solar stuff works with 30% efficiency during the nighttime. Matter extractor only works at night. All right. It's very kind. I hadn't thought to do the danger zone rating stuff. I could probably do that. It's fine. We'll zip. Dad said every zip file. He said if someone sends you a zip file, put that straight on the hard drive. What? No. There we go. Helio wheel. Ooh, it vibrates when I move the mouse wheel here. Quit. Oh. This face makes me... This face on quit game makes me feel like this video I saw recently where someone's like, alright, you ordered today's special. Comes with soup, salad, or a hug. And they're like, oh, what? I guess I'll take the salad? And the guy's like, that's fine. Dark forces are here. Does this... What am I... Mouse wheel to rotate. Okay, every time it hits 360, I get something. Player rotate speed. What's the other thing? What's this one? They're both player rotate speed? Lumens 4. Where's my lumens? I have 24. Photons 15. Ooh, we're getting more stuff. Auto rotate speed. Yes, please. Fully auto rotate. And then this one we will also add new wheel. Produces vanguards that defend the wheel. Hell yes. Produces singularity core. Produces lumens. Photons. Vanguards. Prism rangers. Let's go photons. We'll put it on auto rotate. What is this one generating? Lumens. Where's my one that generates soldiers? Was that this one? Does it need 2,000? Oh my god, dude, I need soldiers. Come on. Please get out there. They're horrible beasts in the wasteland. How much for this? Photons and lumens. What I'm just generating guys. Okay, shit. Oh, I'm gonna die. Oh my god, no. I fucked up. Where's my dudes? Yeah, I'm dead. Wait, I'm not dead? I'm at 80 of 100 HP, okay. Get these guys doing more damage, faster auto scroll. Faster auto rotate speed. New wheel. Low efficiency during nighttime. Oh no, am I? Okay, no, we're good. Need more auto rotate on the auto rotate engine. You know, it's weird. I actually do like auto mouse wheel scroll more than auto clicker. God, the monsters. There's too many coming. Needs 80 lumens. Why don't I... fuel cells. Oh, I'm not producing fuel cells. Singularity cores. What? Fuel synthesizer, probably? Produces radiance. That sounds like something I want. I'm so fucking dead. All right, it said something kind of to that effect in the thing, right? That like it was miscategorized. $50 and $500, and I need a radiance. Wait, did I need more lumens. Oh, I'm dead. It's cool. I think that I've not seen a twist on an auto clicker quite like this before. The radiant beacon, overwhelmed by the relentless tide of darkness, forced shadow of breach your defenses, extinguishing the light that once held them at bay. Without its guiding brilliance, the world succumbs to eternal night. The balance is broken, and the dark reign begins. Fantastic. No, this is really cool. I think one thing that I feel a little bit frustrated by is that I'm spending almost my entire time in this menu. That when I mouse over it, dominates so much of the screen. And it seems like, especially when I'm on the back foot, which is when I'm going to be wanting to be in the menus more than ever, it covers up what's going on in the gameplay. Like, I was just sitting here blindly clicking, hoping that, like, I don't think that it would have affected too much what decisions I made or how effective those decisions would be, but it feels like I'm playing blind when this thing comes up and, like, all my guys are right here next to my base. Yeah, we need a fucking barracks, like, right now. I don't know why I waited so long. Auto scroll to barracks. More. Another HP upgrade. These guys need to be... I want these guys to really be way ahead before I go back to just producing lumens and shit. Stun chance, yes. Okay, it's nighttime. Now might be a good time to kind of fuck with this. I need fuel cells. Kick that onto auto rotate. Okay, we got to build the fuel cell factory. That's this one. Produce more fuel cells. Where's my auto rotate option? Spin that goddamn mouse wheel. Yeah, now it's actually, my finger is starting to get tired. And I want to, like, set up an auto clicker. Need fuel cells. Wait, why don't... Okay, there we go. I need you producing more auto rotate. More production. More production. Does it actually develop like a momentum? Because it kind of feels like it does. Like the more you sit here and spin, the more that particular wheel will idle, like whip like really crazy. Made Windows complain? I've never had my thing activate sticky keys. Okay, Okay, we need a new wheel, I think. We need these guys, whoever the fuck they are. Oh, right as the fucking... Okay, I got a mob of dudes this time. This is a whole different story. I also kind of like that the wheels don't let me choose what to buy. I mean, I guess they sort of do, but like it feels a little bit more linear than that. I just want HP. I want my guys to be a wall of flesh between me and the forces of darkness. We're doing pretty weak on photons. Is this still the Solarium Sanctum people? What do they want for auto-rotate? 200 photons, 5... Okay, I just don't have enough photons. Boom. Okay, we need photons. Auto-rotate the photons. Photon increase. Oh, that's more like it. Alright, fuel cells. How are we doing? Damage increase. Auto soldier. Damage increase again. Stun chance is probably good. More damage increase. Always auto rotate if I can afford it. Fuel cells is really low. Only got 21. What do I need for more? Just straight up photons? Okay. Photon gain. Slow at night, which sucks. The original prototype, the menus also rotated. Like when you spun the wheel, like all three of these things would like whip around the outside of it. Sounds like a nightmare. And that sounds like it would give me like a nauseating amount of like Guitar Hero syndrome. Okay, what do we got? What's this? Radiance. Do we need that? Have we made that yet? We have 1 radiance. Oh, I don't want to add a new wheel. I want more cool stuff. Yes, auto-rotate. Thank you. I don't know what radiance is, but it must be good. New wheel. Oh yeah, this thing. Yeah, we need radiance for the tower. Okay. So presumably the tower is better than the... Do auto-rotate there. I think we want auto-rotate for radiance. We can probably go back up here. Just keep our photon production up a little bit. More auto-rotate on soldiers, more stun chance, more HP, all very good. More fuel cells, more auto-rotate. Damage. Oh, what is this? Critical hit chance. Maybe. We'll do HP. Damage. Damage. All this takes is fuel cells? Fuck. What do we need here? Just more fuel cells from the fuel cells machine. Okay. Oh, now we need radiance. Auto on the radiance. We need 5 radiance for the radiance thingy. Lowered the difficulty for the sake of the jam. That's probably for the best. Not getting that many fuel cells anymore. Kind of want to spend radiance down here. We can auto-rotate this thing a couple times. Wow, we can actually auto-rotate this thing a bunch of times. Duration upgrade. I'm not sure what that means. Like, rate of fire? And then what's next? Matter extractor. Only works at night. And then Aurora Pavilion. Why wouldn't I build these? Aurora Spire. Celestial Armory. Ranged units to deal high damage. Shoots an explosive. Okay. Well, this one. Just gonna buff the shit out of these guys. Oh, I just got everything they want. All they take is radiant? Shit, dude. Oh my god, these guys are getting so many upgrades right out the gate. That is nuts. Okay, what's this? Produces singularity. Yep, new resource thingy. What do you want? Antimatter. We need that from bodies. Come on, it only works at night. You regret adding this much content? Why? Oh, yeah. Just dial down in on... Yeah, I could see that. Oh, I don't have enough lumens? Are you crazy? Maxed. Okay. Photons. So do I just need to make a new lumen wheel? There we go. Now we're lumining. And this one makes... Which one does that one make? The singularity cores? Hearts, damage. Auto rotate, need to be producing more troops. Speed, maybe. Yeah, I got a mass of guys. I'm feeling very confident. Which one is this one? Aurora Pavilion, create some kind of soldiers. Probably should upgrade this to like maximum for nighttime. Don't have a ton of antimatter. Could also stand to get some radiance. I want more of those little, what is that? Oh, I did it. Oh, did I kill the boss before they could even get onto the screen? Through unwavering resolve and radiant strength, you've repelled the forces of darkness. The shadowed tide is broken against your defenses, and the brilliance of your tower now illuminates the world. The balance is restored, and light reigns supreme once more. The dark forces retreat into the void, vanquished by your mastery of celestial energy. Sweet! Hey, this is really good. I think it's very complete. I think that, I played more of this more enthusiastically than I have another clicker game that I can remember in all of history, just because it's doing the wheel instead of the click. There's something about that that feels physically, just ergonomically, so much better to me for some reason. And past that, I think a lot of it is just a question, besides like just overwhelming my forces or overlapping my forces when the UI gets really big, I feel like I don't get much opportunity or have much reason to split my or draw my focus away from the radial menus and onto the army, which is a shame because that component of it is very neat and visually cool, and I think that's something that people kind of like about like tower defense slash auto battlers, is that you get to do like the menuing part and then take a little pause and watch your army of little guys be like cool little battlers. And I do like games that let you watch an army of RTS guys be cool little battlers, especially when your swarm is really huge. And I don't know how you would strike a balance between those two things in Helio Wheel without it becoming a wave-based sort of setup, which if it were that, I don't think I would like it as much. So that's like I guess not something I need to spend the brain power to unpack, but I would be curious to see ways people might implement that sort of like UI gameplay, like fantasy dopamine reward related between each other. I guess, oh, here's an idea that probably wouldn't work, is that instead of having the radial menu be over here on the right, have it be something that kind of like pops up as a lens completely around this image. But I mean, then you lose your text tips in the center, right? But like just the idea of that the circle could be real big and the fight could be taking place in the center. So it's like still kind of a focal point. I don't know. If you worked on this more, I would definitely be curious to see what other things you try and what works and what doesn't, because it is really compelling to me as a clicker. And if I had to dredge up some sort of criticism, that's the only one I've got. Something like the king is watching. I don't know this thing. Let me see this thing.
My gaze lingers, the wheels of progress turn. In The King is Watching, I command with my very gaze. Every decision, what to produce, when to train, how to balance my resources, shapes the fate of my kingdom. And when the enemies arrive, only strategy and preparation.
See, right there, he said, when the enemies arrive. So that's exactly what I was talking about, where, like, I guess your game does do this, right? It's basically wave-based, but technically real-time. It's just time-gated waves rather than, like, turn-based waves. But I feel like for this game, I would run into the same issue, where, like, all my focus is over here on the left side, and they'd be like, enemies are coming, and it's like, all right, does looking at them mean anything to me, or am I just going to keep building on exactly the plan that I've developed for myself? Like, unless these enemies changed, if they were like proc gen with like elemental types or something, I don't see what gameplay advantage I would have to ever paying attention to this half of the screen at all. I would just always be over here doing whatever I was going to do, which means that over half the screen is dominated by fluff that means nothing, and I'm not going to really pay attention to it. You know, you could easily draw this wall over, you know, another 50%, put it like here, and I don't feel like much would change for me from like a gameplay UI perspective. But oh, you have spells you use actively. Okay, there you go. So that's actually, that makes sense, that you would need to sometimes click here and then actually go over to the field where these entity monsters are and place something. See, that's good. That's a good reason to, or a good way to incentivize like splitting your focus even just a little bit of the time. Good game, though. What's the next jam? Are you already in on another jam? You ever gonna take a break, Brainoid? God, I don't think even I know what the next jam is. Need to get back to Replicat. Yeah, I understand. What day will that be? Like the 26th. Road trip game jam's about to end. Score space again. Weekly note composing jam? What does that mean? Whoop. Not seeing a lot that's going on right now. At least not that ends within a reasonable time frame. Or even things that start. I don't know what's the next big deal. May seems like a perfectly good time to be doing a game jam. I'm sorry, the Hero Quest jam? A Hero Quest. Oh my god, dude. I want to play Hero Quest so bad. I loved Hero Quest when I was a kid. It's like a turnkey, full-fledged Dungeons and Dragons box module. It's not good, but it's so good. I loved Hero Quest. I had the original Hero Quest when I was young. And then they did a re-release, but the new box set is like fucking $200, $150, something like that. Weekly note jam, weekly music jam, feeling feedback and skills, want some creative competition. Theme is shop theme. Well, this could be interesting. Seems like it would be pretty quick to do like a music jam from a feedback perspective. Maybe work on one, I don't know. Shop theme, I don't know how I would do that. Probably sound a lot like the thing from Cool Game Fun Game 5. Shop theme. Well, I'd want maybe try to do a modern shop. Anyway, all right, I'm going to get up, run ads, etc. And then when I come back, it looks like we're probably just going to be playing whatever I want to play from Ludum Dare. Yeah, clicker games are kind of an interesting thing to me. Um, I've never been fond of them myself, but at the same time, I've always seen sort of the appeal. I remember some years back, um, I went to visit my sister, and she was talking about how her husband had gotten really into this clicker game, and she didn't understand it at all. And I was like, well, I kind of understand it. It's like people who like gardening. It's like it's not about doing something intensely all the time. It's about like having the persistence and mindfulness to return to something over and over again and watch it develop in that long form way, which I understand. I guess the aspect of it that I don't understand, and I don't think it's really supposed to be as meaningful as maybe I expect it to be, is the clicking bit where they want you to sit there and click. And it's like kind of an exercise in demonstrating how like you would think on the one hand, you know, a lot of games you look at like Diablo or I don't know, a first person shooter or something. A lot of that is literally just you click things. Um, so you would think a clicker game is like the distillation of that, that the clicking does good things, and we've separated all the stupid like narrative elevation of it being that you click on this or that, or you look for things and click them, and you just do the clicking. And for me, it seems like in that way, it stops being like a sweet cupcake baked good and starts becoming spoonfuls of just straight white sugar, where it's like, it's too much. I don't like this anymore. But that's not really the point. But my brain wants the clicking to be the point. And so that's why it's like frustrating. Because, yeah, video games, much like music, are something that when I sit down to engage with them, I fully want to engage with them. And I'm not usually terribly interested in having them happen passively a little bit off to the side. Like, I rarely put on like background noise. It's like, no, if something's on, it's because I'm watching what's on. And for a game, it's like, no, if the game is on, I'm playing the game. It's not off to the side while I do other shit. Anyway, let's go look at some games. Let's go play. Let's go find a Ludum game to play. Made in Loneliness in 10 days. What? Excuse me? In 10 days? I'm not playing a game that was made in 10 days. Glad that you've had joyful experience. Yeah, no, we'll skip that. Thank you. Oh, it's extra category. Oh, okay. Okay. You know what I would kind of like to play is that moon rebuilding game that I saw Tabuga's playing. Shogun, hey, you're here. Good to finally see you and not barely miss you. Drop that game link. We've got an empty queue right now. And I know you've come by twice before trying to get it played. Let's do that. Don't even bother. Yeah, don't even bother bang submitting. Yeah, I have ooh, this too. What is this? Missed you like a minute after you posted the end all over your screen. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, from last time. Yeah. Well, let's do it. Shogun, get me that game link. Yeah, maybe I'll make some kind of Dwingles redeem. I don't know what we could put in. Fuck yeah. Dig in, Gus. Working a lot, huh? Can't relate. I'm in my unemployment arc. What are you doing 12 hours a day, if you don't mind me asking? Oh, Jitspo's got Dwingles? Man, someone needs to dig... Adagon needs to rip open that source code and get all the Dwingles. And then source out, like, whose is whose. I want to play Who's That Dwinglemon so bad. Meet Gus, a down-on-his-luck mole and the recent beneficiary of his father's will. Gus inherited his father's massive debt. I'm not sure you're allowed to do that. Maybe Mole World is different. Along with his prized pair of drill gloves. Left with no other option, he descends into the depths of the earth to mine for ore and get rich fast in the hopes of paying off his debt. Use your double jump, wall jump, drill gloves, and grappling hook to explore procedurally generated levels full of destructible terrain. Search for 100 cubium and bring it back to the start to win. So as an artist and indie dev, I obviously do unrelated manual labor. Fucking same, Shogun. Same. Until I got laid off, I was a maintenance guy. I work in logistics, drive forklifts, do admin. That you sound like you're describing exactly the job that I had before the company went out of business. It's like, yeah, I drove the forklift when we occasionally needed the forklift. I did receiving when we occasionally needed receiving. I answered the phone when someone was like, "Hey, I'm outside. I want some shit from you." Oh, but yours is on graveyard shift? Fuck all that. I hope you at least get a differential. Couldn't be me. I worked with, or I lived with a guy for about a year and a half who had spent most of his life working graveyard shift and worked a little bit of it while he was living here. And it sounds like even in the best of circumstances, it is like a kind of psychological torture where you have to like reframe your life around the fact that you do graveyard shift, and it alienates you from like most non-graveyard shift work related activities because you're sleeping in the middle of the day. WSD to move, left mouse button to dig, right mouse button grappling hook, space to jump. Oh, it's controller. Would you recommend controller? Fix the camera getting stuck on corners of the map. Okay. Jobless, you have 4 days off a week. Fucking awesome. Always recommend a controller. Okay, got it. We'll do controller then. Yeah, so the thing about I didn't have to do graveyard shift. The give and take of my job was that it simply wasn't that active, and a big part of it was just that I needed to be available. So there were many times when, despite technically being at work, I had opportunity to sit at a desk and like work on a script, or it's like, oh, I'm just waiting for these real estate guys to show up. They may not be here for another 20 minutes. So I'm going to like research jam shit or go look at shaders or something for video games. Right analog to aim, right bumper to dig, right trigger for grappling hook. Gamepad south for jump. Got it. Your own physics build in Unity. All right, interesting. Well, we'll see. We'll put this character controller through its... Nice! Hey, this is the new one. Rather than there being an options... Oh, there it goes. I thought it just skipped over options. It's inverted. Like on my left joystick. Down, up, up, down, down, up, up. Whoa! Okay. What are we doing? Ow! How do I drill down? Okay, there we go. And what do I want to do? What am I out here doing? Looks like maybe getting some sapphires. It says 0 of 100 sapphires. Oh, man. Oh, that was probably one. Oh, fuck. Oh, that was more than one. How do I get rid of these? I don't want to get hurt. Okay, we've reached the bottom. Hopefully there are more than 100 in the level, and we just need to get 100 to win. Vibe, explore, and get rich. Well, I'll certainly do at least 2 of those things. Is this original music? I don't know that I would say it matches what's going on in the game, but I will agree that it's a fucking vibe. Oh, come on. Oh, I got a rose bush. Nice. All right. Yeah, so what we had for a composer was make music you can vibe to. Interesting. I guess maybe what I would have wanted or done different from a musical perspective is said, like, it's underground, so consider that in your instrumentation. But yeah, I don't know. Composing for jams has been kind of weird. Like, doing the song for Dwingles, like, originally, Pomo was like, just make whatever. And I sort of tried to imagine, like, what do I think a song for retrieving chips from a potato chips can sounds like? And I sent it to him, and he was like, no. This is all wrong. I want something that slaps harder than this. This is too light and careful. Fucking roses. Is there a place for me to heal? If I go, like, back up? I don't want to die down here. Oh, no. Okay. Damn it. Damn it. Come on. Trying to thread the needle right here. Oh, okay. All right. I know there were hearts throughout the world. I could try to find some of those. Oh, we just got a heart for what feels like no reason. It was maybe hidden in the dirt. Come on now. Okay, we're back on track. We have 2 hearts. We're in a less precarious position. Ask me anything you want to know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I would want to know, honestly. I guess a good first step would just have them talk openly about what their process was for this particular jam. Having a direction, just like give us something to vibe to, is it's sort of weird. I was like actually almost grateful personally to have the coder send me like example music where it's like, I want this kind of thing. Because saying, like, just something to vibe to is so open-ended that I feel like I could justifiably make, you know, literally whatever. Hey, Dans. Welcome back. I can get more than 56. We're way up at the top now, so I can go back to scouring, maybe. How was the jam for you? What DAW did you use? What kind of fun fact can you give me about this particular song? Was there something you did in this track that you haven't done before, or that you're particularly proud of? It's very good. It falls into the background pretty effortlessly, which is something I struggle a lot with when it comes to making video game and like background music. Is like I for Down to Jam made 2 tracks, one that was like the core gameplay track, and then another one that was the menu music, or the main menu music. And the main menu music was way harder to make because it was meant to be subdued. And I discovered pretty quickly that it's surprisingly difficult for me to make music that is genuinely subdued. I want everything to slap. Yeah, and having as little direction as music to vibe to would be, I expect, as or more difficult than having something like fully the context. Like, did you even have like the idea of the game, or was it literally just text, make something we can vibe to? Because that to me would feel like someone being like, make something good, and I'm like, man, that's no direction at all. You're just saying throw something at me and see if I like it or not. Started with some Deep Rock Galactic. I guess I haven't done a deep exploration of the Deep Rock Galactic music. There's a lot of it I like, and I've played a ton of Deep Rock Galactic, but I've never really thought about the role that it plays in the overall like game experience. And most of the music that like the one that immediately springs to mind is the like get ready team, da-na, da-na. Like there's about to be a swarm, and again that's like very intentionally emotionally provocative. It's meant to be like, get excited, shit's about to go down kind of music. But there's certainly like a wealth of like somewhat passive music used throughout that game when that's not happening. But it must be pretty good in its subtlety, because I can't really think of any of the tunes in particular right off the top of my head. All right, we need 2 more fucking little bubbles, and I see the radiance of light. That means treasure is on its way. Okay, we did it. Now we, what? Return to the surface with our bounty. Oh, God. If I die here, I'm going to feel like such an idiot. Characters in 24 hours, the mock of how it's going to look. Adding real acoustic guitar and bass was the most important addition for the style. Interesting. Yeah, so, I've got a lot of physical instruments, but the music I've been making for the last 6 months or so has been fully synthesized. And, I mean, I am inclined to agree that physical instruments for the dynamics and just the sort of organic humanization type stuff you get out of it is so valuable, and makes even, like, otherwise kind of middling things much more interesting and much more textured. Which is weird that I haven't sort of chased back after that. Even the drums, I like to do like organically recorded drums, because it sounds, even if it's like a little bit off tempo, it just sounds more interesting, I guess, to the human ear. Or when the, what? Or when there's a swarm attacking? What are you saying? Hey, this is pretty good. It's cozy, I guess I would say. It's very easy to like. It's very smooth. It's very low stakes. Which is kind of, it's like, it's an action game while simultaneously being low stakes, which is, you know, nice. Three-man team. Yeah, I think this is pretty good. I like Mole Man's art. I guess the fly art is also pretty good. Love me a grappling hook, although it was a little bit fussy. And I think, like so many jam games of pretty good quality, the main thing here is that like you've got a reasonably functional root idea, and now the question becomes, how might I expand on this by way of mechanics or level design or whatever to make it like really engaging? I don't know. Was there anything about this that you thought was particularly novel? I love me a destructive environment, but obviously that's like quite a common thing these days. Terraria et al. Yeah, we always have time. Yeah, that's why it's like at this point I kind of feel like I should stop even asking slash suggesting ways for people to expand their game, offering like solutions inside of a jam, because like it's always, yeah, we know, or that is an idea we have, but we ran out of time. Um, so it's almost better to just get the context and be like, what would you add? What what did you have to leave out in this game for the jam that you would add if you had more time, kind of thing. It's like I played a game last night, Depth Shift, that had a really interesting novel, like camera focus mechanic, and the devs weren't in here, which is a shame because it very much struck me as something that's like, this is really interesting, but it's not good yet. Like, what do you think you might change or add that would take this from being interesting and novel, but kind of like and turn it into something that is like truly striking that people are gonna like really enjoy? Never had a grappling hook. Never had procedurally generated level. Oh, I didn't realize the level was procedurally generated. Although I guess it doesn't surprise me. And destructible terrain. Nice. So it's like more of a learning project than anything else. Steps toward, much like oh my god, I'm not gonna remember what it was called. Much like Pagorli's Radial menu jam game. Not so much a game in and of itself as steps toward a game that let you wrestle with and understand, you know, two or three particular aspects of game design that you can now use in your toolkit to make something larger. Yeah, that's cool. That's what I use when I'm coding, at least. That's usually what I use game jams for, is to try and be like, this time I'm gonna learn cutscenes. This time I'm gonna learn Godot's sound bus system. This time I'm gonna learn raycasting or whatever. Uh, all right, this one's looking like another desktop game. Well, Shogun, Dan's, thanks for coming by. Thanks for sharing. I think you have a great entry. I think you should be happy with what you got done. Looks, feels, sounds, plays better than any game I've ever made. All right, I'm gonna get up a minute and then we'll play Winda 47 when I come back. And I went to the store today, got all this stuff for big ass salad, and then had a big ass salad. I'm not sure how I'm gonna top it for dinner. All I've got is chickens, so I can't. Oh, I could make a pizza, but all I've got is chicken. I could do chicken and rice. I have to mix it up a little bit. They didn't have chicken breast, and I've only cooked chicken breast. And I got chicken thighs, and I assume it's not really any different. People calling me at dinner time. You're a cop who has to inspect the computer of a notorious judge killer. How deep will you have to go? Death, bodies, and blood. Please proceed with caution. Thighs are slightly more juicy and have higher fat than breasts, but are still a healthy option for a meal. Okay. I meant more in the respect of cooking them. So I don't fancy myself a good chef, but I have sort of learned to cook in the last 5 years. I started out with doing ground beef, and I've been, quite frankly, scared to cook chicken for years because I always assumed I would do it wrong. So I'll buy like chicken nuggets or frozen whatever chicken bullshit and put it in the oven, no big deal. But I would never buy raw chicken. And it was only like a month ago that I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to buy a big old like 3-pound thing of raw chicken breast and just put it in the oven. So what I do is I buy like 3 pounds of chicken breast. Okay, here, actually, this, if you have any cooking knowledge, this is not anything anyone has seen me do or that I've brought up. The first thing I do is I wash the chicken breasts, and I don't know if that's necessary or weird at all, but I had this vague impression that, like, maybe I should wash these chicken breasts and get the slime off of the outside. It's not recommended. Okay, great. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I had it in my head that I'm supposed to do that, but that's what I would do. I would wash them, and then slap them in a bowl with a bunch of olive oil to coat them because I don't have like a brush. And then they would go directly from the bowl of olive oil into the roasting pan, and I would just pack the roasting pan with like 4 chicken breasts. It would fill the whole roasting pan, and then I just bake them at like 425 for like 20 minutes and then broil them for like 2 more, just in an attempt to get kind of like a crunchy top coat. Not that that does much because I buy skinless. And so presumably that's the water splashing from the bacteria from raw chicken can get everywhere around the sink. Yeah, okay. Oh, I see. Yeah. For 10 years, I followed his trail. For 10 years, he escaped the killer of those who administer justice. And perhaps the one who changed my life. God damn, this art is cool as fuck. It's a picture of a boot. Too many tabs. Okay. $52. Set 52. Probe kitchen thermometer. I have heard that. I think I've been pretty good about it. I think I've always favored strongly overcooking my chicken because I don't have a probe thermometer and also don't really mind if meat is really pretty well done. I guess I'll put that over here somewhere in my notes section. The set 52, not the chicken breast thermometer thing. At least you tried. Password.txt, nothing. Okay. Text document. Enter your text, but don't look back. With chicken, you always want it to be well done. Yeah, that's why I looked up like a very basic roasted chicken recipe on the internet, and took what they said and kind of tuned it upwards just a tiny bit to, again, err on the side of more cooked. Because even if the chicken was burned or like a little bit dry or something, I would prefer that. That was the main reason why I was not inclined to be cooking raw chicken. If you see it, you want the truth, then play. E-W. Y. T-Y-A-Z-Y. W. 9468. I don't know if you can easily invert it. Yeah, so the food handlers thing that you have to do if you are a service food industry worker here tells you it's something like, I'm gonna get it wrong. 145 for chicken and 165 for pork and beef, something like that. It's been a number of years since I've actually had to look it up. Right, yeah. And that's why the medium rare thing, that's why I went with beef initially, is because it seems like if anybody eats an undercooked meat, it's beef. So if I get beef, I don't really have to worry so much about undercooking it because it would be fine or even more delicious. Yeah, I don't remember the numbers exactly, but it's something in the like high 100s. And again, I just, cook the shit out of it. It's fine. There's been absolutely no issue. I've gone through pounds and pounds of beef and chicken at this point, and they've all worked out great, so I'm not too worried. Photo from case. And I know it's just a picture of a gun and some bullets on, I guess, the ground, but the way this is illustrated and the, like, claymation aspect of the items kind of makes it look like it's the top of a murder cake with a fondant pistol. Blood in the wood, judges executed. In a chilling development that has shocked the legal community and the public alike, 2 judges were found dead in a remote forest area on Saturday morning. Local authorities have confirmed the incident. Something something. Can't zoom in. Something something identified as something something and Judge something something, who were both presiding judges and were known for their years of dedicated service in the judiciary. Their bodies were discovered by a group of hikers. Law enforcement officials responded to the scene immediately, launched a full investigation. Area has been cordoned off as detectives comb through evidence and canvass the surroundings. We're treating this as a targeted killing, said the chief inspector. All lines of inquiry are open, including the possibility that their professional roles may have been a factor. Authorities have not disclosed whether the judges were known to have received threats. However, security at courthouses across the region has been heightened. The local and national judicial community have expressed deep sorrow over the loss. Okay. Oh, yeah, hey, thanks. You too. Congratulate, officer. Okay. Anything in here? 79. Okay. Oh, so I have something called set and something called ings. So presumably we can get into set. Did I ever go in here? Oh my gosh. Transfer the case to share, refuse to examine. Suspicious contacts, blah, blah, blah. Is there robes here for the fear and the pain? Yeesh. Alright, sounds like the ravings of a madman. Wait, where's settings? Is it 9468? Nice. Hmm. It won't do anything. Oh, there we go. One zero. Okay, this one seems useless. 8. Hmm. Triangle. X. Square. 2. And this is circle. So 1. 7. 8. I think this is what we're looking at. Whatever it is we're looking at. Seven. Okay. Double murder, 2 judges' bodies, blah, blah, blah. By Miles Upshur. Police have launched a full investigation. Community is in disbelief, blah, blah, blah. Uh-huh. These are the judges we murdered, I assume. Leave that up. Don't need this anymore. Go away. Close. Ah, settings. 5279. Oh, little boot again. Yellow thing. Window. Murder weapon. A hand. Arrow clicky guy. Oh, it's the cursor. A little computer made out of clay. Okay. Each geometric element in the photos. Okay. In the newspaper, these geometric objects are arranged in order. What? In the newspaper? Oh, triangle, X, circle, square. Okay. Hey, Rinks, how's it going? So, the password is triangle, which is 8, and then X, which is... I don't think that's right. 7. And then circle, which would be right, 1. And square, which is left, 2. 8712. And then, is it this one? 8712. Nice. Coincidence? Or was someone watching me from the very beginning? Deeper. Properly published 2 years worth of VODs have been sitting unpublished on YouTube. Yeah, I actually only this year have started fully archiving all of our stuff on YouTube. Otherwise, they just vanished all the time. It's all our fault. Why'd you do this to them? Too many tabs. Well, yeah. You can publish straight from Twitch. That makes sense. Oh, downloading. Oh, that's rough. Yeah, I actually really like the ability on Twitch to post clips directly to, like, YouTube Shorts and TikTok. And for a while there, I was downloading things and then editing them and then uploading them directly. And I don't know if it's a coincidence or not, but I was getting, like, way less visibility. So I kind of, when I do publish clips, moved back to just pushing them straight from Twitch to TikTok and YouTube. Victim. What am I even looking at? How goes the game? It's alright. It's another desktop-based investigation game, which I think I like more than Ryan likes. So playing them solo is probably for the best. This one has had an incredible amount of, I assume, made for the jam, like claymation art. Dead bodies everywhere. I've kind of lost the trail of what actually we're doing. These files, I'm having deja vu. Crap. Oh, it's a door. Yeah, like all of this, if this was all claymation shit made specifically for the jam, like the art. I don't know if you watched me play or happen to catch any of, or have played yourself. Oh God, what was it called? There was an FMV game I was playing last night that had just a ton of footage. And they were all in goofy costumes, and they were like intentionally leaving in some bad takes where like a prop would fall off their head, or they would walk ever so slightly off the green screen and be like, dude, you're off the green screen. It looked like so much fun for like whatever 6 people were involved. Art lead, artist. Yeah, 3, I assume, sculptors, or maybe 2 sculptors, and like a VFX person. Zinane, and then a couple of coders. It's cool. This is cool. I don't feel like I really got it narratively, but artistically, this game is a fucking triumph. Okay. What does this really look like, though? Pick a side and walk to the store. No. No, not into it. From the... Yeah, absolutely. I can do that. Window 47. Changed my mind about 50 floors of flavor. Or, wait. Or Boros, but they went for the bore pun instead of the or pun. I would have maybe straight up done like or Boros. Like this. Which they didn't quite do. But I love this, like, little snake in a big... It's like a Richard Scarry, you know, like the worm in the helicopter Apple car. The little snake, little guy in a mining helmet inside of this like giant mechanical boring worm. Bore into the depths to strike gold. Avoid hitting too many rocks or your own tail on your way to riches. All right, sounds good. We've hit about 2 hours, so I'm going to stand up for a minute and run ads, etc. But we'll play this when I get back. All right, let's dig in. Ha ha. Here we go. Ouroboros. Turn with the left and right arrow keys. Up and down for speed control. Buy things with the mouse. Can I full screen it? Oh golly, I hope I can. No. Damn. All right. Can I? There we go. Oh wait, no, that breaks it. It's gotta be this big. There's no... Where's the world? Wait. Does it work here? I'm not going to adjust the... Why is it just... It's just blue. It's empty and blue. Seems like on Chrome it's blue. Do we try another browser? One of these days I should hit the bots with the stream together. See if they respond. There we go. Whoop! Okay, my right and left is inverted. It's weird. It says I'm going down, so pressing the left arrow key makes me go left as is oriented by the little wormy guy, but it's backwards from my perspective. I only got $5? What? Are the levels persistent? That's cool. Whoops. Shit. Does that cost me money? No. Oh, come on. Oh, it cost me so much. What? I guess it's better to get that out of the way when I'm broke because it doesn't cost me anything. This big ass rock right at the beginning is kind of a fucking rock gem bummer. Oh god. I promise I'm not trying to do that. Come on. I need $50 to even... Oh, man, those penalties are brutal. It's like playing Armored Core. Excuse me? Oh, fuel level. Where is that? Oh, I see. Has that been what's been killing me this entire time? It just costs fuel to like burn through your pieces. Okay. The turning makes a little more sense once you start doing horizontal maneuvers. Oh, fuck. Damn, dude. Why? Oh, I ran out of fuel. It's fine. We'll get more here soon. Come on. I need to just fucking churn this rock and get it out of here. I'm just getting all this, like, central rock out of the way. Since it doesn't actually put me into debt. If you say so. Okay, here we go. Why? Another 50, that's fine. God damn it. Is that dark dirt, like, worse than regular rock? Wow, why am I suddenly way off to the left? What happened to the camera? That penalty is so brutal, it makes the progress, like, so small. Every time I get a big payout, I fucking crash, and then I waste like 2/3 of it on repairs. That's like the biggest money draw I've pulled back home since we started. make it. Oh, that's an instant death. Yeah, that tracks. Damn. Oh, shit! Oh, I was headed for the surface and everything. Nice. That was a great pull. Nice, okay. Oh shit. Oh shit. I thought I could take the risk and go up against the wall. Damn, that was like $50 I just lost. No, come on. That was hardly any rock at all. Drill strength is about to go up. I barely shaved off of that. $65, that's huge. We gotta get up to this. Okay. Yeah, I gotta focus on getting back up to the surface without dying. Okay. We're okay. Oh, fuck! Like, barely shaving these fucking gold deposits, and I'm still like, ooh! A dust! A pinch of dust, lads! Let's get to the surface with it. Alright. Drill through tougher dirt and rocks. Should make coal hurt less. Very good. Oh, do you see that vein down there? We're beelining for the surface right now, though. And I'm honestly having like a weirdly huge amount of fun with this. Oh my god. Ugh. God damn it. Gotta get to the surface with all this. Yes! Not quite enough to get anything new, but it's better than a kick in the teeth. Uh. Durability buy, alright. Oh, oh. Woo! Feel that, lads? Dang. Oh my god, look at my snake length. There's gotta be just rivers of gold down here, right? Somewhere. God damn it. God damn it. There we go. Gold. Move speed 1. Finally a movement speed buff. God damn it, dude. Are you serious? Ugh, I want it! Oh, I got the wall gold. Come on, give me the good gold. Oh my god. I just can never quite hit the line. Waiting for that little streak on the wall side. I think it was a mistake. Come on, there's got to be just like a sea of gold down here. Somewhere. Damn. Ah, still not quite to the new fuel amount. I'm just letting it fall, see how far we can go down. Seems like maybe the light gray rocks are like literally immaterial at this point. Still have not seen the like motherlode gold deposit I would have expected by now. Oh, it gets thick though. We still got a pretty good amount of money out of that. Lucky for them, actively seeking out the gold is a lot more fun. No, fuck that. Give me that gold. I don't care if I break. Now I care. I finally hit a line. The dream line. Whoa! Ooh! Jesus. Oh, that cost so much money. Yeah, it seems like maybe the gray doesn't matter too much anymore. And I have like a sort of weird like diegetic sound and health bar, but no direct health bar on how the stone is interacting with the gameplay, which is sort of weird. Fuck! Oh my god. Well, there goes all my money. 1,000 for the next one, huh? It's gonna have to be a pretty good, deep run for that to happen. And again, even when we idle down, way down, I don't feel like we're hitting the pools of gold I would expect to see. It's always just little flecks. The little flecks are the best we can hope for. Ah. Oh, fuck! That was a good haul. I wasted it. Alright, this is a good pull. We're good. We're fine. We're getting gold. We're bringing it home. We're not gonna crash. 187, not bad, not bad. That's how these runs should look. God damn it. No. Okay, that made me scared. We're going back. Damn it. I hate when there's a nice blob and I just barely shave it. Meanwhile, it's like effortless for me to ram face first into a fucking gray boulder that I'm trying to avoid. Uh, No good gold deposits on that one, but like, not bad. I'll take it home. Let's do a big drop down. I think until we get another upgrade, it's not a great idea to go very deep. Because coal doesn't seem to matter. Light gray stone doesn't really seem to matter. But it gets really dense down here, and there's something that's fucking us up pretty bad. And hopefully we can get another upgrade that's like serious drill. See what I mean? How it starts to get real dense, but like the gold doesn't really seem to get thicker in turn. Might just be a proc gen tuning thing, I don't know. Hey, Atagon. How's it going? Oop. Oh, my own tail? Oh, this whole time I've never run into my own tail. Well, we still get an upgrade, good. Speed control. Is that useful? I feel like I'm gonna be in a Mario Kart situation where I like constantly am using accelerate and never using brake, or almost never using brake except in the worst of circumstances. I'm just here playing Ouroboros, which has proven to be a shockingly compelling game. No one asked me to play it. I've been sitting here playing it for like 45 minutes. I feel like I've played a few games like this. Something that springs to mind is where you played as like the root of a tree and we're meant to go down and seek water rather than being like a worm robot that seeks gold. And I think I liked that one too. It's just, I don't know. It's such a simple, straightforward 2D top-down action game. It's just my kind of thing. I don't know. It's got like a roguelike thing going on, which of course it does, but it's not why I like it. I think, yeah, my one thing is with the proc gen, I'm not getting what, like, even at about this point, I would start to expect some big, like, super dopamine releasing pools of gold that I could just fully dive into and mine the shit out of. And those don't seem to exist. Or I guess if I was so confident that the gray rock was like not doing shit anymore and I could come back through and just absolutely scour these top levels. Hey Seva. That could also be fun. But I think one of those two things kind of needs to happen. Either you need to start giving me more dopamine via gold, or you need to, like, add a particle effect or remove the, like, character jiggle when I hit the gray stone to show that I've grown strong enough to just be like, man, fuck this granite. I don't even give a shit. I am a level 9,000 worm robot. Gonna just let him dive, try and get somewhere where I haven't sucked up a bunch of the gold already, hopefully. Whoa, oh boy. See, this seems like for the strength I'm at, about the area where I can kind of tool around and hit the rocks and not give too much of a shit. I feel like I'm just picking up scraps on this one. I don't think the next upgrade is even terribly exciting. Speed control? Is that what we're going for right now? Ugh. Okay. And then drill strength, super duper, right? Max speed, god damn it. The snake type game? Yeah, sort of. I mean, you can technically run into your tail. I don't know if that's how I would describe it. I don't know what game most closely resembles this that's in, like, the zeitgeist. I've played a lot of... I've played a few games like this. It is like a delving game. But I wouldn't say that it plays that much like Snake. Motherload? I don't know the game Motherload. Sounds like it. I completely accept that that is the name of the, like, popular version of this game. What I do know and what I will say is that I am feeling more engaged with this game loop than an awful lot of the things that I played for Ludum Dare so far. Like, I could have easily quit this at any time, and I'm just like, I don't know, there's a few games where there'll be like bugs or some aspect of the gameplay loop, whether intentional or unintentional, where I'm like, I don't like this, I want to stop. And this is one of the games that I've been like, no, this is sick, actually. I could sit here and play this for, like, a while. Oh, it's only 500 for that? Oh, and we have speed control now. Faster, please. Oh. Okay, so take it easy, take it easy. Way slow, way down. Thank you. Speed control, I didn't think about that. It was like, oh, speed control, who gives a fuck? But what I didn't think about was speed control means slow down. Which means get to gold. Oh my god. Oh, yeah. Oh, damn it. Certain thing really far down. I haven't gotten any kind of like drill strength upgrade for a very long time. I'm not really sure how deep they expect us to be able to go right now. We can plunge and see. Because when you just go straight down until you die, you don't really lose that much money or anything. There really does need to be a sea of gold, like, way at the bottom of this son of a bitch, though. Oh! Can't quite go 1,000 meters. But that did still earn us money, so realistically I could just do that dive. Oh, well, and all the things we've hit at... Well, no, it'll probably be... Because it seems like it's not how much you get hit overall, like you haven't... What? Excuse me? Alright, I guess I don't know anything about how these stupid worm drills work, because that shouldn't have... I shouldn't have died. No, 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 slow it down. Slow it down, your engine's freaking out. It's fine. None of this is that much of a threat. As long as I don't run into the wall or... Oh, fucking act like a real asshole like that. Ugh. It seems like maybe traveling through things faster also means they just do less damage. Like sprinting over hot coals. Fuck, dude. It's looking a little shaky there for a second. It's better to go fast. I'm like almost close to invincible when I'm fast. I mean, at this point, I don't even really have to target anything. I could just kind of zoop around and like filter feed. It's a question of like survivability. It might not be efficient, but I guess it's more efficient than dying, right? Ugh, that fucking do it. Starting to grind into my brain. Yeah, alright. We're pretty much safe. It's just a question of gathering a bunch of fucking gold and not acting like a total dickhead. Oh, God, what the fuck, dude? What don't I know? I don't It's fine. I'm not gonna grind the rest of this out. This is good. I didn't think I was gonna have this much fun with this at all. It doesn't work in my regular browser, but I'm not going to hold that against it. rated. All right, well, it's about that time. I'm going to get out of here. I will be back in 21 hours tomorrow. I do not think we are doing Ludum Dare. I think we are doing dev stream stuff. What exactly that means off the top of my head, I couldn't tell you. But bug fixing, asset making, could probably slap together a 12 things ranked sort of video asset or whatever. Music stuff. We'll see. We'll look at the roadmap. That's what the roadmap's for, right? Thanks for hanging out. I will see. And Thursday, Friday, we will do more Ludum Dare. Sorry, we will do Radial Jam. I'm going to prioritize that since that's what I'd like to do on Saturday for when Ryan's here. So Thursday, Friday, we will start scrubbing specifically through Radial Jam and trying to find some of the best entries. And of course, I'll have Ryan play Pagorli's game and Brainoid's game, just so that they can get that data, that ever so valuable data. Thanks for hanging out. I will see you tomorrow.
That's the end of the show. All of us have got to go back on home. I hope you had a lot of fun. We'll catch you at the next one, or whenever we do.